Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Once, Sri Krishna and Narada were walking together, and Narada asks, Krishna, please tell me about Maya. Krishna says, yeah, sure, why not? But before that, can you get me some water? I'm really thirsty. Narada agrees, goes to the nearby village, sees the first house, knocks on the door. Beautiful girl opens the door. Now Narada instantly falls in love with her beauty. And then he speaks to her father and expresses the interest to marry her. He agrees. They get married. Now, over a period of time, both Narada and his wife are blessed with three children, and everything is going really well for Narada. One day, a massive flood comes, unfortunately. All the things that Narada lived for, his land, cattle, house, his wife, and children, uh, they're all swept away. Now Narada is really heartbroken, frustrated, and he now cries for help. You know, Krishna, Krishna, please help me. And now the flood has disappeared, and Sri Krishna is now standing there. And Krishna comes. Hey Narada, where did you go? I've been waiting for you for the last half hour, and where is my water? Narada was very surprised. What has been 12 years of his lifetime had, been passed in just half an hour. Krishna then further elaborated to Narada that none of it was actually real. Uh, you know, you never had a wife, you never had children, and for that matter, even that village did not exist. This is the power of Maya. So by offering my pranams to my Sadguru and all Atmajyotis, in this presentation, I would like to talk about, let me share my screen. What is Maya and how does Maya create illusion? What is the nature of Maya? Can we understand Maya? If so, how? And if not, if we can't understand, then why study about Maya? How to transcend Maya? And the role of a Sadguru in transcending Maya. All right. So what is Maya? Maya means that which is not. So what is the meaning of that? So imagine, you are walking back home after the sunset. There are still street lights, but it really makes it harder to see things clearly. And as you're walking along the road, something catches your eye in the distance. Well, it looks like a snake, but when you take a closer look, and for your surprise, you discover that it is not a snake at all. It is just a rope lying on the ground, really harmless. And the tricky part is in that dim light, the rope appears like a snake, tricking you and making you believe that something that is not really true. And this fascinating phenomena is called Maya, that which is not. It's like a magic trick played by the senses to see things that is not really there. And so Maya is not an illusion. It is the power that creates illusion. So how does Maya create illusion? Maya is trigunatmika. So one of the nature of Maya is it comprises of three gunas, sattva, rajas, and tamas. So what is sattva? Is a knowing faculty in creation. Rajas, the activity faculty in creation. And tamas is the inertia faculty in creation. So tamas has a power called avarana shakti. It's a hiding power and it hides the reality. And Rajas has a power called Vikshepa Shakti. The projecting power, and it projects the unreality over the reality. So what does that mean? So take the example of the rope-and snake. The Avarana Shakti hides the rope, Vikshepa Shakti projects snake. So at the individual level, Maya or the Avarana Shakti hides Atma and Vikshepa Shakti projects BMI. And makes me forget my real nature. And at the universal level, Avarana Shakti hides Brahman and the Vikshepa Shakti projects name and form. So we will forget about the Brahman. So what is the problem with this? The problem is suffering, sorrow, unhappiness, blah, 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 blah. And the life goes on like this, in the cycle of birth and death. So this is what the Maya creates. It creates an illusion. But what is the nature of Maya? Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in the Viveka Chudamani, Avyaktanamni Paramesha Shaktihi Anadya Vidya Triguణatmika Para Karyanumeya Sudhiyaiva Maya Yaya Jatat Sarvamidam Prasuyate. Avyaktanamni. This is known by the name unmanifest. So Vyaktam is something that manifests and also can be understood through the senses or the mind. And Avyaktam is something that is unmanifest and it cannot be understood. So if it cannot be understood, how did Shankaracharya or any Jnani understood it? And how do you explain the nature of Maya then? Anumeya, like something which can be inferred. So who can infer? Sudhiyaiva, the wise people alone can infer. And how do you infer? Karya anumeya. So by looking at the effects. So you see the effects and infer the cause. If the effect has this quality, then definitely the cause must also have these qualities. That is how we know the Maya, or that is how the Jnanis infer the nature of Maya. Okay, all right. So what are the qualities that we infer? One is Maya is Shakti. Shakti is power. So Shakti of whom? Shakti of Brahman. So what does it indicate? Just like Balam depends on Balavan and Jnana depends on Jnanavan, power depends on the powerful. So Shakti depends on Brahman and it does not have any independent existence. So how did we infer this? See, Brahman alone is Satvastu. So if Maya has existence, it has to borrow the existence from Brahman. So Maya gains its existence and power from Brahman alone. Therefore, the inferential knowledge is Maya is the Shakti of Brahman. Okay, what next? So there is some Shakti, there is some power, and it can do something. Oh, what is done by Maya Shakti? Yaya Jagat Sarvamidam Prasuyate. This whole world, it is a Shakti by which the whole world is created. So how did we infer this? You see, something cannot come from nothing. And we see the creation, and this creation cannot come from nothingness. Brahma doesn't create, so definitely there has to be someone who creates this, and that something must be Maya. So the inferential knowledge is the creation must be from Maya. So then when this world was created, Anadi, beginningless. So it is a beginningless creation. How did he infer? Maya is Shakti of Brahman, and Brahman is Anadi, and the creation is also Anadi. The inferential knowledge is Maya should also be Anadi. All right. So what is the nature of Maya? It has two meanings. One is ignorance. So Maya at the individual level expresses as avidya, ignorance about oneself. How did we infer this? Well, the question is, who is doing this inference to understand about Brahman, to understand about Maya? It is Sudhiya, wise people. And the wise people know that the once a knowledge comes, the ignorance goes away. So it means once the knowledge of Brahman is clear, the Maya goes away. So the inferential knowledge is that Maya should be the nature of avidya. And also, vidyate means to exist. Swayamna vidyate iti avidya. So Maya doesn't have independent existence. So we inferred this earlier that Balam depends on the Balavan, so Shakti has to depend on Brahman, so that it has no independent existence. Maya, what is the next quality? Maya is Trigunatmika. It's made up of Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. So look at the creation. How did we infer? If we look at the creation, we will find all these three. Tamas is expressed as inertia faculty, like a table and chair. It is just there. It doesn't run away. And Rajas is a doing faculty. We see the power to do. So power to do is also seen in this world, and Sattva is the knowing faculty. So Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas is very clearly seen in this world. So therefore, the inferential knowledge is the cause also should have these three, because the effect has these three. So Maya is Trigunatmika. What next? Maya is para, higher. So higher than what? Higher than its creation, because the creator is higher than its creation. The whole world has come from Maya. So Maya is higher than the world it creates. Maya is para and the world is apara. Okay. So I got some understanding about the nature of Maya. Now, one may ask, oh, can you further elaborate it so that it becomes very, very clear? The answer is no. Why not? Because whenever the intellect tries to understand something, it tries to categorize it. Oh, is it Chetana or is it Jada? Is it Atma or Anatma? I cannot intellectually categorize it. Why not? Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani uh, says this. Sannyapyasanyapyubhayatmikano भिन्नाप्यभिन्नाप्युभयात्मिकानो सांगाप्यनांगा सांगाप्यनंगा ह्युभयात्मिकानो महाद्भुता निर्वचनीय रूपा अनिर्वचनीय रूपा. You indescribable, indefinable, you just can't describe it. Intellectual comprehension is impossible. Why is it impossible? Because, say, if we say Maya is different from Brahman, then there are two entities. There is a duality. And also, Brahman is Ananta, infinite. If Maya is separate from Brahman, then Brahman becomes finite and limited. Therefore, Maya is not different from Brahman. Bhinna api na. Okay, well, if Maya is not different from Brahman, is it same as Brahman? Well, if it is same as Brahman, then why use two different terms? We can as well say Brahman. So, abhinna apina, it is not same as Brahman. All right. So, it is not different from Brahman, it is not same, but can we say the combination or the combination that Maya is same as Brahman and also different from Brahman? No, it is not possible. Ubhayatmika na, not the combination of same and different from Brahman. So what is that? What is this? In summary, Maya is not different from Brahman. It is not same as Brahman, and also it is not the combination of same and different from Brahman. All right. Can we understand using some other term? All right. Let us try. Can we say Maya is with parts? Well, anything that is an assemblage, must have a beginning. So, but earlier we proved that Maya is anadi. So in that case, we cannot say Maya is with parts. Sanga api na. Okay. So let us say Maya is without parts. But we see three types of divisions in the world: sattva, rajas, and tamas. The knowing faculty, doing faculty, and the inertia faculty. So if the effect has these three faculties, then this division must also be present in the Maya also. Therefore, we cannot say Maya is without parts. Ananga apina, not without parts. Okay, we cannot say it is a mix of parts and no parts. So basically, we cannot say it's a mix of parts and no parts. What does it mean? Ubhayatmika na, not a mix of parts and no parts. So in summary, we cannot say Maya is with parts or without parts or a mix of parts and no parts. That is also ruled out. Okay. Now, can we try to understand using some other term? So, can we say Maya is Sat? No, we cannot say Maya is Sat. Why? What is Sat? Independent existence. Who is Sat? Brahman. So if you say Maya is Sat, then Maya becomes Brahman. So if Maya becomes Brahman, what is the need of giving a new name for Brahman? Therefore, Maya is not Sat. Another definition of Sat is real. So it exists all the time. So if Trikale api tishtati, if Maya is real, then it should exist all the time, even after we get the knowledge of Brahman. But it is not true. So therefore, Maya is not Sat. Okay. Is is Maya Asat? Asat means non-real. So the creation cannot come from the non-real. So from the perspective of a common person, I am suffering. I am experiencing my suffering. I am experiencing my suffering as real, and real things cannot come from non-real. So Maya cannot be Asat. All right. So Maya is neither Sat nor Asat. But can we say it is a mix of Sat and Asat? No. Ubhayatmika na. It is not possible because Sat and Asat cannot combine. So Maya is not Sat. It is not Asat. And it is also not a combination of Sat and Asat. All right. I am suffering. Maya. I am happy. Maya. I am this body, mind, intellect. Maya. I am not the body, mind, and intellect. I'm a pure consciousness. Satchidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham is also Maya. I want to get enlightened. Maya. I am enlightened. Maya. So there is some difference between, even though everything is Maya, uh, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says that what we see on the left side of this table is avidya Maya, which it binds you to Maya and leads to suffering. But whereas what we see on the right side of the table is Vidya Maya. It helps you to liberate from Maya and realize my true nature. So in some way, Maya Shakti indeed helps to realize yourself. So that's why Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that, Anirvachaniya Rupa, indescribable, Mahadbhuta, you are a great wonder, O Mother. Anirvachaniya Rupa, you just can't be understood. We cannot intellectually comprehend it. So we can experience it, but we cannot understand it. So the way to understand Maya is that it cannot be understood, but we can transcend Maya. So the next question is how to transcend Maya? Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani says, has written that Shuddhadvaya Brahma Vibhodanashya Sarprabhramo Rajju Vivekato Yatha Nashya. Maya can be destroyed. How? Vibhoda, by realization. So realization of what? Shuddha Advaya Brahma Vibhoda. So by the realization of pure Brahman. How it will be destroyed? Yatha Rajju Vivekataha Sarpa Brahmaha. So using our famous snake and rope example, we see the rope and think it is a snake. Then we have two different choices. One choice is, do some research on the snake. What snake is it? Is it a king cobra or a rat snake? The tummy looks bit big, so it might have eaten a frog. No, no, no. Actually, the tummy looks even more bigger, so it might have eaten two, three rats. Oh, where did the rats come? Oh, I think there are lots of grains in this area. I think they are available in this area. But who is growing and storing those grains? Like, like this, we can just go on talking about the the snake and write research papers and get doctorate degrees. But what is the use? First of all, there is no snake. It is just a rope. So instead of thinking about the snake, know the true nature, that it is just a rope. So once you know it is a rope, you will realize the snake was just an illusion. The snake never ever existed, just an illusion. So similarly, once you realize the pure Brahman, you will know Maya is also just an illusion and it was not there in the first place. So by knowing my real nature as Atma and then realizing Atma is Brahman, we can transcend Maya. So then how to obtain Atma Gana? All right. So the question is, can I do Atma Vichara? Yeah, basically by receiving the Atma Jnana, we can transcend Maya because ignorance can be corrected only through Atma Vichara. Now the big question is, can I do Atma Vichara myself and receive Atma Jnana? So there is a cowherd boy. He used to milk cow, and that cow had some deformity due to which his horns were kind of bent inwards, and between the two horn and the top of the head there was some space. So while milking the cow, this boy used to eye that space and think, can my head go through this? Well, I would like to try. So one fine day, what he did is he grabbed the horns of the cow and he pushed his head. Now the the the, the cow really startled and he started lifting its legs, and the boy really got he was really feared and he hold the cow's neck. And now the cow even more started moving his hind legs and moving all around. Then the boy started shouting, "Oh, I'm going to die, so come and save me, please, please, someone save me." And the villagers came and they somehow uh, grabbed the cow and then extracted him. And they said, "Hey, hello fellow, are you crazy? Did you not even think before you put your head there?" He said, "Yes, yes, I thought. I thought for 1.5 years. Then I put my head there." What is the use of such a kind of thinking? He thought for 1.5 years. His thinking was all wrong. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasa Maharshi said, Anadya Vidya Yuktasya Purushasyatma Vedanam Swataha na Sambhavat. The, the intellect is clouded by ignorance from endless lifetimes, and the intellect cannot overcome its ignorance simply by its own effort. So ignorance is in the intellect. Just keep on thinking that I am Atman, I am Brahman. One cannot remove the ignorance and one cannot transcend Maya and realize Brahman. All right. So what needs to be done? Anyas Anyas Tattvajno Jnanado Bhavet. One needs to receive knowledge from a Sadguru who knows the absolute truth. Okay, I cannot do Atma Vichara myself, but can I read scriptures? No, the scriptures themselves teach that they cannot be understood without a teacher. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So learn the truth by approaching a master. Inquire. Such an enlightened person only can impart the knowledge because he has seen the truth. So what does it mean? A Sadguru alone can give Atma Gana. No one else. Shankaracharya also gives 9 steps in the Viveka Chudamani to purify the mind and elaborates about the importance of self-effort, the right direction, detachment from the worldly objects, cultivating the thought that I am Brahman, so all those things. So, so learn, approach a Sadguru and learn Atmagana from a Sadguru. So the one question that may come up while doing Atma Vichara is among Shravana, Manana, and in Dithidyasana, which one is better and more important? Of course, there is no doubt about that. Shravana is most important. We have to do Shravana, listen to the teacher and the scripture and understand. But there is also one more important point is being made in Viveka Chudamani. Shrute Shatagunam Vidyat Maranam Mananadapi Nididhyasam Lakshagunam Anantam Nirvikalpakam. So what does it mean? Marana is 100 times better than Shravana, and Nididhyasana is 1 lakh times better than Manana, and Nirvikalpa Samadhi is infinite times better than Nididhyasana. So can I skip Shravana and do Nididhyasana? No, that is not possible. We have to listen, do Shravana, based on that do Manana and do the Nididhyasana. So what to do when the mind is sattvic, say for example, especially in the early morning, you know, try to do the higher one if it is possible. Oh, I can't do Nididhyasana. Okay, Manana. I can't do Manana, do Shravana. Yeah, Shravana is also not possible. Then Seva, Japa, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga is all there. So how do I know I'm doing the right thing? So if you are enjoying what you are doing, then you are doing the right thing. So Shankaracharya writes that the practice of solitude and quietening the mind helps in controlling the sense organs. Then the mind becomes silent, and when the ego is destroyed, one experiences the bliss of Brahman. So, what did we see? Maya. Maya means that which is not. Maya is not an illusion, it is the Shakti that creates illusion. And Maya creates illusion with 2 of his powers, Avarana Shakti, which hides the reality, and Vikshepa Shakti, which projects reality over the reality. And what is the problem? At the individual level, it hides my real nature and projects body, mind, intellect as my nature. And at the universal level, it hides the real nature of the world, that is Brahman, and project name and form. So this leads to unhappiness, suffering, and repeated uh, death, uh, birth and death, um, and life cycle. And we also seen the nature of Maya. It is the power of God. The Maya creates the whole world. It is a beginningless. It is ignorance. It doesn't have individual existence. It is made up of three gunas. Maya is para, and the world is apara, and it is avyaktam, and it cannot be understood. And we inferred all this by studying the effects of Maya. We can experience it, but intellectual comprehension is not possible. So the purpose of studying Maya is not to understand Maya, but to understand that you cannot understand Maya and work on transcending Maya. So how do we transcend Maya? By the realization of pure Brahman. How do I realize? Not by thinking about Atman or Brahman or by reading scriptures, only through receiving the Atma Gana from a Sadguru. So, does Maya hides the truth from you? No. Truth is not hidden from you. You are hidden from the truth because you are the truth. So know the truth, be Brahman, and teach Atma Jnana to others. Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om.